Feeling like you're lost in a maze of manipulation? This could be a narcissist's design. Today's video is all about shedding light on these dark strategies. So join us as we equip you with the tools to recognize and escape these traps. Number 1. Love bombing. The practice of lavishing someone with love and attention is known as love bombing. In this, narcissists are masters. They make you feel like the most unique person on earth at the start of a relationship. They give you affectionate gestures, gifts, and compliments non-stop. It's incredibly enticing and feels like a whirlwind romance. You experience a strong emotional bond that is challenging to break. Discerning the narcissist's true motivations is challenging because of this close bond. Number 2. Gaslighting. This is where things start to get gloomy. Gaslighting entails twisting or denying reality to cast doubt on your character. The narcissists will challenge your understanding of what happened, making you doubt your memory, judgment, and sanity. They may remark, "You're too sensitive," or "You're imagining things." This gradually undermines your self-confidence and maintains your dependence on their perception of reality, which keeps you under their control. Number 3. Isolation. An effective tool in the narcissist's toolbox is isolation. They erode your bonds with friends and family over time, or even outright in some cases. They'll plant seeds of doubt about these significant individuals in your life, leading you to doubt their reliability or intentions. This strategy of seclusion accomplishes two things. It increases your dependence on the narcissists for emotional support and approval, and it keeps you away from potential sources of support or reality checks, making it much easier for the narcissist to control you. Number 4. Silent treatment. Imagine that you and your partner are having a heated argument when, all of a sudden, they stop talking. They won't even make eye contact, acknowledge your presence, or talk to you. This is the silent treatment, a narcissist's favorite tactic. They employ it as a form of control or punishment. You may feel abandoned, anxious, and compelled to seek their approval, which can be emotionally upsetting and unsettling. Narcissists play a cruel game of emotional dominance by using the silent treatment against you. Number 5. Triangulation. This is a manipulative technique where narcissists bring a third party, frequently a friend, or potential love interest, into the relationship. They do this to make you feel envious, competitive, and insecure. It's like being in a toxic love triangle because you're constantly on guard against losing the narcissist's attention to the other person. Because you're more likely to comply to keep them from straying, this emotional turmoil further tightens the narcissist's hold on you. Number 6. Projection. Projecting their own flaws and undesirable qualities onto their victims is a specialty of narcissists. They might call you selfish, dishonest, or insensitive when they are the ones who should be called those things. This strategy exhibits masterful manipulation. They divert attention from their own shortcomings by making you feel accountable for their own actions and shortcomings. It's as if they're holding up a distorted mirror that distorts reality and makes you doubt your moral character. Number 7. Hoovering. Imagine that a narcissist has recently treated you poorly, if not outright rejected you. You're finally attempting to recover and move on, even though it feels like the end of the world. But then the narcissist reappears out of nowhere. They arrive bearing regrets, assurances of improvement, and abundant love. This is called hoovering, and it works like a vacuum to draw you back into the abusive cycle. This is done by the narcissist to keep you attached and hopeful, making it very difficult for you to break away. It's a vicious strategy that takes advantage of your weaknesses and makes you believe you are powerless to resist their influence. Number 8. Character assassination. Narcissists are not above tarnishing your reputation to maintain control. They engage in character assassination by spreading lies, gossip, or damaging information about you to friends, family, or colleagues. This calculated smear campaign is designed to damage your credibility and isolate you from potential sources of help or support. It's a toxic strategy that leaves you feeling helpless and doubting your worth. Narcissists often present themselves as the victim while casting you as the villain, further complicating your efforts to break free. Number 9. Financial control. Another potent tool in the narcissist's arsenal is financial control. Some narcissists take charge of their victims' finances or take advantage of their reliance on money. They might oversee your bank accounts, restrict your access to funds, or run up debt in your name. Because of this financial manipulation, you feel trapped and have few options for leaving the relationship. It feels as though they have locked the door to your freedom, leaving you feeling dependent on them and financially vulnerable. Number 10. Guilt tripping. The weapon of choice for many narcissists looking to maintain control is guilt tripping. By making their victims feel guilty for asserting themselves or establishing boundaries, they expertly manipulate their victims. Imagine attempting to express your needs or wants and being met with sobs, charges of selfishness, or assertions that you are heartless. This emotional manipulation keeps you in line as you frantically work to ease their alleged suffering. It becomes challenging to free yourself from their emotional hold because the guilt weighs heavily on you, tying you to their expectations. Number 11. Blame shifting. A masterful tactic of narcissistic manipulation is blame shifting. When confronted with their wrongdoings, narcissists place the blame elsewhere, frequently on their victims, to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. They will say things like, "You made me do this," or "It's your fault." This strategy makes you question your judgment and your perceptions. The truth becomes more and more elusive, like being trapped in a maze of shifting mirrors, making it simpler for the narcissist to keep control. Number 12. Smear campaigns. A narcissist's playbook is a smear campaign. They might start a coordinated effort to harm your reputation in social settings by disseminating untruths, rumors, and negative information about you. It's incredibly difficult for you to find help or allies because of this calculated character assassination. Friends and acquaintances can drift apart, leaving you alone and exposed. The weight of the lies can feel like having your name dragged through the mud in public. Number 13. Playing the victim. Narcissists are experts at putting on the victim's mask. They present themselves as unfortunate or misunderstood to elicit pity and influence others. Imagine the narcissist telling a tale of woe with teary eyes, portraying themselves as the innocent party in all their disputes. They may even claim that, "I'm the one hurting," or "nobody understands me." Your heartstrings are pulled by this emotional blackmail and you feel compelled to stand up for and defend them. It's as if you're in an emotional struggle where their victimhood forces you to cater to their demands. Number 14. Intermittent reinforcement. The psychological ride that narcissists subject their victims to is intense. They inconsistently reward and punish their targets. They might show your love and affection one second and criticize or withdraw the next. Confusion and the desire for the relationship to improve are brought on by this inconsistency. Victims develop an emotional attachment, seeking out highs and hoping things will improve. It always makes you feel anxious, like you're riding a roller coaster that never quite reaches the ground. Number 15. Exploiting vulnerabilities. Narcissists are adept at taking advantage of the victim's vulnerabilities, fears, and insecurities. They manipulate the relationship by using these weaknesses as puppet strings to gain control. Imagine telling someone your biggest worries or insecurities, only to have them turn around and use them to hurt you. They have discovered your emotional blueprint and control every action you take. Your vulnerabilities are used against you in a relationship where you feel exposed and powerless because of this exploitation. Number 16. Love withdrawal. Imagine being in a relationship where love, care, and approval are initially freely given, but abruptly withheld. This strategy is used by narcissists as a form of control or punishment. To keep you compliant, they make you feel guilty for their emotional distance, which breeds anxiety and insecurity. You're constantly trying to figure out what you did wrong to cause this withdrawal, like you're walking on emotional eggshells. You might feel helpless and driven to regain their affection due to the emotional turmoil. Number 17. Sudden intensity. Another cunning strategy employed by narcissists is sudden intensity. They can quickly transform from acting seemingly normal to furiously angry, hostile, or even violent. This frightening behavior is intended to control and intimidate their victims. Imagine constantly being on guard against provoking their rage and never being able to predict what might do so. It gets harder and harder to stand up for yourself or leave the relationship because of this constant emotional rollercoaster that keeps you uneasy. Number 18. Hoarding information. Information is a common tool used by narcissists to maintain control. They might withhold crucial information like financial or personal secrets to maintain control over the relationship. Due to the information asymmetry, you are kept dependent on them and unaware of their true intentions. It's as if they have the secrets to your worldview and will only divulge information that benefits them. This manipulation makes you feel vulnerable and trapped as you navigate a secretive relationship. You've uncovered the terrifying tactics of a narcissist. Now keep learning how to counter them. Watch what to say to a narcissist to shut them down, to turn the tables in your favor. Or explore, expect this if a narcissist knows you're onto them, to stay prepared. Thanks for watching, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful strategies.